A Rotty.
There's rotters around in there, Benny's.
Were they originally from Germany? Bred for hunting, like what? Trek right, they're soft as shite.
Cosy house, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Looking exactly as it did 50 years ago. Is that same axe and stump and...
I don't know, they've got a chimney. I mean, chimneys were quite. If you watch, there's this gorgeous woman. She's a professor. Susanna Lipscomb, I think they call her. She has a series of programs on telly. You can see the repeats on YouTube. One's Hidden Killers of the Tudors, Hidden Killers of the Victorian era. There's two on the Edwardian era. One on post-war, one on say 50s and 60s, and it shows you what like the toys and stuff and the shit which but chimneys were one of them because it's part of the design of the flue, and it wasn't quite an exact science until later. Like stairs, take stairs for granted, but there was measured correctly. The stairs are safe, but there's a way of doing it. What is it? Oh, Ginger's on my bloody knee now. How you one eye? Oh, you'll enjoy the curry. It's a hybrid. It's not hot. It's hot, but mainly there's a name for it. We'll call it a Cormaloo. Yeah, it's a Cormaloo. Oh, Ginger. My Rachel. Ginger boy. We'll lie down then. Here you got Stephanie Beecham, who was a corker. Charlotte Rampling, who was in From Beyond the Grave. No, correction. Asylum. With the gorgeous Britt Eklund as a imaginary friend. I got an odd DVD come through the other day, Blu-ray. It's Tales of the Spirits, it's English title, but obviously I've got the Spanish title. And it's 3 Edgar Allan Poe stories in one film. I don't know what to make of it. One of the person stars Bridget Bardot's main character, and you have to like change the language to English. So I did that, and it was English. The second one stars Ellen Delon, the French singer actor, but they speak in French. So I had to go back and change the subtitles to English. And the third one I didn't rewatch. It's not really horror like, but it's not bad. Bit odd. I've got the Flesh and the Fiends Come. That's an historical drama with Donald Pleasance and Peter Cushing. Oh, and a young Billy Whitelaw. And
Sorry, Mark.
and who plays Kenneth Cope's landlady in Carry On at Your Convenience is in it. Oh, hey there, Mr. Coots. I got your favourite steak and chips. Oh, thank you. You really look after me. Get a bone, man. Cool.
Plate. Okay.
Ah, Patrick McGee.
Hey, now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, She appears something's not quite right.
We're going to take her away.
Take her away?
Have the baby.
Certainly not.
Have you no fear of what might happen?
Every Fenn Griffin for the past 300 years has been born here. So will he.
He?
It'll be a boy. I'm sure of that. An heir to Fenn Griffin.
Charles, for God's sake, you must tell her.
No.
He knows, doesn't he, as well?
I will.
Will you? You believe in it then?
After what happened to Maitland.
Maitland was murdered. We don't know why or by whom. But his killer will be found. His killer must be found. Come now, Silas. Take time. Tell us why you did it. Who else round here owns a long-handled axe?
Every farmer,
Every smallholder? But they weren't in Brinton Wood last night.
nor was I.
Morning, Charles. Morning, Sir Charles. Morning. Has he confessed yet? Says he didn't do it. Who else could it be?
It wasn't me, Master. My time is coming.
You haven't eaten any breakfast. You must eat. You didn't. Think of the baby.
Think of the cat. And Ginger on my knee.
Why? You know why. You all know. But no one will tell me. What is it? Please, tell me. I can't. What? I'm afraid. Afraid
Thank you, Matthew.
of what? Afraid
Got anything else? Are you alright? Matt, got anything else? Are you alright? Hey? Got them chocolate supreme in the fridge. I can't tell you. I'm afraid. A curse. You're risking your life.
Yeah, that curd, there's 6 jars of curd paste got into it.
I can't tell you.
No, so,
I'll show you.
no, 7. One vindaloo, 2 madras, 1 tikka masala, and 3 korma. I wonder if this way got, you know, the film The Hand, Michael Caine. I'm sure that would have been inspired by this,
Yeah, definitely.
and by the Christopher Lee part in Dr. Terror's House of Horrors.
Looks like your fucking DVD collection, doesn't it?
If I had my way, it would be.
Hey,
If I had my way, it would be, because I really would go to town, like trying to track down a copy of #1 of the Secret Service and License to Love and Kill, but the bastard in Australia is not licensed to sell it to the UK. God knows I tried. Every time I went to checkout, I got an advisory. Can't sell to the UK, seller. I went, oh, for fuck's sake. Spirits of the air. Will Trevor get a rise? Yes. Spirits of the air. Will Sid get one? Yes. Will it be as big as Trevor? Yes. What are you doing? Ouija. Oh, we found out stuff about you. What's that? Sid's got a big one. Hey?
That book must never reach. You know, Andrew, I just put these stairs so that it just run up.
Let's run upstairs. Fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Locked, yeah, of course it would be. Is that a bloke in a dress? The bloke in a dress who went downstairs, stuntman.
Will there be anything else, milady? The master and Dr. Riddle think she must have fallen. Tripped on the stairs, most likely. Thank you, Bridget. That will be all.
Wait him. Yeah. She could look at it. Yeah, that's what I mean. She's going to find out anyway. She's reading it now. So what's the point in... I think that's a wasted death, isn't it?
Yeah, but the ghost for banking on that she knows what she's looking. Because it's a big book. She needs to know exactly what she's looking for.
What do you do? I came here as your chaperone at your guardian's request. After your wedding, I decided to stay to protect you. But the time has come for us to go. Yeah, where to? Back to London. Back to civilization. Leave my husband. I've ordered a carriage in the morning. Finish packing up things.
Jesus, look at Stephanie Beacham's tits. You see him? Bloody hell. We don't see him, we just see the bulge at top like. They're like a pair of melons.
These candles in the background. Very nice.
Oh, I love candles.
And candle holders.
Oh, look at her tits there, look, honestly. She turns around, look at them beauties. Oh.
Who is it? Aunt Edith is going to take me away from Fenriff.
She died of natural causes. Her heart failed. That's what Dr. Whittle Mrs. Luke slipped on the stairs. It was an accident.
Lawyer Maitland was going to persuade you to let him tell me something. What was it? Please tell me. Please.
Morning, Master.
How much do you want?
Want?
To get off my land.
Where would you want me to go?
Your presence disturbs my wife.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that.
I want you to go.
This is my home. Always has been. My ancestral home.
I'll give you money. Enough to live in London, anywhere you want.
I stay here.
Why?
Oh yeah, candle. Nice stained glass. Raining. Oh. Exploring the house.
Yeah, it's like Downton Abbey. I like, especially the evening scenes in the various function rooms, the lamps and the subtle lighting. And this is exactly the same.
Some say no evil thing that walks by night in fog or fire, by lake or moorish fen, no meagre hag or stubborn unlaid ghost that breaks his magic chains at curfew time, no goblin or swart fairy of the line hath hurtful power over true virginity.
Never mind at rest. Baby's quite all right. He just wasn't how I wanted to be.
Thank God. And Catherine? Holly pulled. And at her mind.
Oh, it's probably just the dress where it makes her tits look bigger. Say thank you at least.
Oh, you're all right. I got your tonic. Head pill and chai.
Whoa. Jesus, they look like massive tits.
There must be something you can do for her.
I'm afraid not. These matters are beyond me.
But there must be someone who can help you, surely.
I know a doctor in London, well versed in the science. His name is Dr. Bowden.
It was good of you to come so quickly, Dr. Fowler. I expect you're tired and hungry.
More curious than tired. Curiosity is necessary in my particular practice. Dr. Whittle mentioned your wife's dreams. Can you elaborate on them at all?
No.
Do you know anything that could be troubling her?
No, nothing apart from her pregnancy.
That's a normal reaction. Has she been prescribed any medicine?
Dr. Whittle has given her a tonic.
If it contains heroin, that can produce vivid dreams.
I don't think that these dreams are caused by any physic. Would you like to see her? I'm afraid she's gone to bed, but I can...
Oh, no. Don't disturb her. I'll see her in the morning. Does she know why I'm here?
Knows you're a doctor, but I haven't told her about your special field of study.
not a surgeon.
Spider needs a priest, she needs not a doctor.
They've got some beef, couple of rounds of bread and that mustard sort of thing, isn't it? Or pickles or
Some mustard or piccalilli.
beef slices.
Should be mustard with beef.
Yeah. Beef mustard, a couple of bread rolls. Not bad.
Very young for this position.
Yes, sir.
How long have you had such responsibility?
Since Mrs. Litt's accident,
Oh? What sort of accident?
she fell down the stairs. Killed herself.
Did she? When was this knife being sharpened?
After the mistress.
Smashed the pot. Thank you.
Repaired.
Come in.
I am Dr. Pope.
Charles thinks I'm insane.
I'm happy you're not insane.
Will you cure Uncle Dennis, Doctor?
Yes. If I can find the cause.
What do you want me to do? About what?
Everyone is making one. What about your dreams?
Dreams.
Yes. Such as the one I understand you had on the night of your wedding.
Charles went to his room to change. He left me here. I undressed. I was sitting at the dressing table. I noticed that the window, that one was open. I closed it. There was a musty smell, the smell of the graveyard. I got into bed. Suddenly the candles went out. And a hand was clamped over my mouth. A cold hand. And an arm pinned me to the bed. At the end of the arm, instead of a hand, there was a stump. Severed at the wrist. Covered with blood.
You say the candles went out.
Yes.
Yet you were able to see all this.
There was a fire. The logs were burning brightly.
Quite so. Quite so. Please go on.
Like I say, give me a good
Hmm. Oh, Ginger.
Thoughts for days. I wonder if you get any candle extinguishers these days from the olden days. Those antiques.
Yeah, it's fine one. Like on a long metal handle, be like a little, is it like a little upside down egg cup? You just go.
Yeah.
Tss. Come on, Ginge. Come on.
Low and see which ones